Chat, we are officially ignoring you. I am Wes. I see Wes every now and then reads. He can do that. I can't because I'll get sidetracked. All right, Wes, we're ready to go in. Do you need a break?
Nah.
You son of a bitch. 3.
You're both doing different freaking times. You can't do that. That's cheating. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Ultimate Team Experience, a show where we track 3 players' vastly different Madden Ultimate Team experiences, offering insight, tips, and advice along the way so that you can make the most out of your Ultimate Team experience. My name is Wes, and as always, I am joined by Plat and Swain. What's up, guys?
Yo, yo.
I think Plat's muted.
Hello.
Oh, there you go. All right. And so we bitched and complained last week about things not working right and there being no content. And I think potentially the Madden gods heard your cries. So why don't you two cover the plethora of new content we may or may not have tomorrow morning? Or next
Well, we got
week.
a lot coming. We have Series 2 tomorrow. That's a big deal. We've got more team builders coming, so we're going to get 32 86 overall players, one from each team. And EA just tweeted that the 50 promo is starting tomorrow. Now, nobody knows what the 50 promo is. We don't know if it's the 50 best MUT players of all time, the 50 best NFL players of all time. We don't know. But what we do know is that it's going to be 50 pretty high-end players. And, you know, this is it. This is when MUT really starts. This last series, to me, it's kind of like a soft opening on a restaurant. You get your friends and family in there. But this is when it really starts right now. We get a major promo, a series changeover. Like it's going to be on tomorrow, guys.
I couldn't have said it better. I mean, this is the first time for me personally that I felt like we're playing a new Madden game. The gameplay, besides all the bugs and glitches, gameplay has felt so new and so refreshing. All the other hiccups, but the content has lacked the stuff we talked about last week. I mean, the incentive to want to play, the incentive to feel like you need to play. A lot of those things kind of felt removed, and here we are sitting at a Thursday night, super excited. There's probably going to be so much going on tomorrow. We're all going to be overwhelmed, and that's a good thing. I don't think that's a bad thing. I know we're going to dive into a lot of different topics tonight. As far as the 50 goes, if they do that like they did the was it MUT 10? Is that what they called it last year, Platt?
Yes, MUT 10 was the first one. That was the best players from MUT, like most overpowered. So you had your Vic, your Julius Peppers, your
I got goosebumps thinking
Troy
about.
P.
I got goosebumps literally that night, and Platt was with me in a chat that night when they dropped that shit. No one had any idea it was coming. It was all of a sudden, was it running backs? And we were just like,
that's
what?
the NFL 100.
NFL 100 is what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
I hope that's how they
amazing.
do. I hope this is how they do the 50. The same way. Keep it in positions each week. A little bit of everything. 4 or 5 players from each position. That was It was so well done and so exciting. And I mean, just the anticipation. We knew it was going to be a weekly thing. So you didn't really care about what happened on Monday, what happened on Tuesday, what happened on Thursday. You didn't care about programs. You knew you were getting really good cards everyone could use. And every week we were like, who's going to be this week? Who's going to be this week? Trying to figure it out. It's exciting. I can't wait for tomorrow's stream. I can't wait to figure out what's going on. I hope that we get a journey or a gauntlet or both. I know we're going to have level packs. We're going to have coin packs that we can buy. There's a lot to be done tomorrow. There's incentive and reasons to play. Now, how long? I don't know. But if you're a regular MUT player, you've got a lot to do this weekend among leveling up. But the one thing I will say, and you're really late to the party if you're hearing this live or whether you hear it after this. Today is the 24th of September, 2020. Series 1. I'm going to say this wrong, Platt. Series 1 MUT Master has to be done by tomorrow morning. And I don't remember, it was something about fumbles or something about
So you needed fumbles and
Sacks.
sacks, I believe, is what it was.
So you guys might
You
go
know,
through
if
your
you
objective
haven't
list.
done that, yeah, check your Mutt Master and missions. Go to Mutt Master. It's the second tab, not the one with 20 different objectives. This one will have 4 objectives. They're pretty simple to do. If you haven't done it, do it tonight, and you'll get 100,000 coins. If you do it anytime after this, I think it drops to 25k coins. But you know, it's going to be fun. You've got level grinding tomorrow, so our Andre Johnson will upgrade. I'm guessing by about two overall. You'll probably get a new captain token, so your captain will go up in overall. Level packs, level rewards along the way. It's going to go from 50 to 60. At level 60, maybe we get another full legend. We'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting. It sounds like it's going to be an expensive weekend for me, that's for sure. If they drop that 50, and I just the thought, I mean, we could get quarterbacks. We could see. I'm just throwing it out there. We could get like a Culpepper, a Vic, etc., etc. We get 4 or 5 quarterbacks tomorrow night, and just the thought of that, I can see Platt's body language. He knows, like we're officially at that time of year now where we're going to start getting content, and even if we get just a few things tomorrow, we still have a lot to do. We still have Most Feared's, I'm guessing, probably 3 weeks away. So it seems like once Most Feared gets here, Wes, for the Mutt, it's like whew, next thing you know, it's New Year's. I mean, it just goes that fast. They're just throwing content. It seems like, I know for somebody that, for me, when I buy packs, it seems like I would buy a pack and be like, I'm not buying a pack for a month. And then a week later, I'm like, shit, I got to get this bundle. Look at this. And it's just constant, just hitting you over and over with all kinds of stuff. And that's what we're looking forward to, obviously.
Well, I mean, and I'm happy to get it, but I do want to point out that the last 2 or 3 weeks we've all been like, we should have some other stuff here by now. And I know you guys are happy that it's coming now, but also, isn't it like, I think I brought up Most Feared and you're like, oh, that's forever away. We got so much stuff coming. We haven't really gotten a whole lot since we started. So I'm excited for it. The sad thing is I'm like getting a little burnt out on it and ready to be like, hey, I'm not going to play it as much. And now like all this stuff's coming out and I'm like, God dang it.
Yeah.
Just when I thought I got out,
they pull you back,
pulling me back in.
No, it'll be fun because everything you do tomorrow will actually mean something. The level grinding will mean something. Your captain's upgrading, your level master upgrading, whatever else they give us. Everything you do will actually mean something tomorrow.
You guys using that Andre Johnson?
I mean, I think he's a fringe number 2, number 3 receiver because he'll upgrade throughout the year. But I never think he'll be on that top level of, wide receivers. I think he'll always be on that second tier.
Right. Yeah, I think I've got him in my 4th wide receiver slot. So, welcome back.
Thank you.
Where'd you go?
I'm here.
So, I lost my train of thought. I was talking about I think I'm probably going to sell the quarterback I just bought. Then, if we were going to be getting a bunch of new players, might be time.
Who'd you buy?
I don't want to talk about it. I'm
now
letting
you
you
gotta share. Now you gotta share.
Did you get Dak?
I almost got Dak,
but you got
but Boss Lamar was cheaper.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with that.
I'm okay with that.
The best quarterback in the game right there.
I'm okay with that.
The only body that's going to come out better than Lamar, you're talking the Vicks of the world. I think when Kaepernick gets a card, they're going to do that really well. Outside of that, I mean, I think you're good with Lamar for a while, honestly. I wouldn't regret that at all. Don't sell Lamar. He's still very fast. His throw power is still pretty good. Don't get rid of him until somebody better comes out.
I've already sold him once, but
well, that's
whatever.
Going backwards just quickly at that Mutt 50 thing or Men, whatever, NFL 50, whatever it's called. That if let's just say for instance, they do drop quarterbacks tomorrow, that's the time to buy Lamar. There's going to be so many people getting rid of Lamar. If those
That's why I was
quarterbacks,
thinking about
yeah.
selling it, was
If-
because
yeah.
I'll make my money back and probably more. But
Yeah, if
after tomorrow, I won't.
quarterbacks drop tomorrow, or even if they drop something tomorrow like they did like the other one, like I'm literally just I'm not even gonna look at it. I'm gonna go straight to buying Lamar cards. Like the probably the power ups more than anything, because people are gonna just start offloading. Same thing if you've wanted a Bo Jackson and they drop running backs tomorrow, you get the process, the idea, because that's people always want the fresh and they want the new.
Interesting. So, what are you guys most excited about for tomorrow? Or is everything coming out tomorrow, or is it just?
We don't know.
No.
Well, yeah, I mean, we know that the series changeover is tomorrow. So with that will come the upgrades to the tokens, the captains, the level masters. And we know that NFL 50 is coming out tomorrow. Now, how they, section that off to what's coming out, we're not sure yet. We'll find out in the morning. It could be, 5 a week for 10 weeks. It could be 10 a week for 5 weeks. We don't really know.
Yeah.
And are they still adding legends? I'm assuming.
Oh yeah,
Legends will still be every Saturday. Yeah.
Still have all that other stuff to go with it.
How long does that last? Like, how long do they add the legends throughout the
I mean, they'll
season?
have either legends or ultimate legends every Saturday for the rest of the year. So as we get to a certain overall, they'll kind of do like a refresh called Ultimate Legends. And what that is it's, the same legends, but instead of being, an 88, 89 overall, now you're talking about 96, 97 overalls.
Gotcha. Forever. Okay. All right. So somebody knocking.
I believe that's my wife making something. Yo!
Damn. I think isn't it already dead? Or anyway, house
over
rules.
again, Swain.
I'm looking over at your notes. He's yelling. Oh boy.
So
I'm looking over at your notes. Oh.
I did have some notes I wanted to go over. House rules, big fat huge W. I loved house rules the last 2 weeks. I was super bummed that they're gone. I know they're going to be coming back. What a great way to just play something new, something different, get rewarded. I know the rewards from the second house rules was a token that couldn't be used for anything, but there's a very small percentage of people out there who maybe needed that token. But just, practicing offensive plays, practicing defensive plays. I just, kudos. I love house rules. I used to, there's been so many weeks of house rules. I'm like, I hate this house rules. It was fun. The last 2 weeks was really fun. Stuff that's covered everywhere, but we're going to go over it anyway. Redux are coming out. I don't know if they didn't confirm that.
Are they?
They never did confirm that, but
no confirmation on that. So don't sell your limiteds yet.
I would, yeah. I mean, depending on the price and what you could get for it, I would imagine they've gone down, but
yeah, they're down 20% or more, some of them.
I think if we don't get Redux tomorrow, I don't see them skyrocketing a whole bunch. Use your judgment. I'm not going to tell you sell or hold. Plat's a lot smarter financially than I am. If we do get Redux, basically, Wes, all the LTDs, you only get 2 days to get those cards. They're in packs and then they're gone forever. EA will sometimes allow them to come back as we call it Redux. They'll be in packs again, and then you can add them to the team forever.
Okay.
But they're no longer limited as far as
you can't get your 250,000 coin quick sell, anything like that. But that may be coming out, and we're hatching over things. I meant to check on monthly, weekly rewards. I believe they're coming out basically 2 weeks from yesterday. So I was in my mind every time, and I need somebody like Tone or Caxter to confirm this, or Rafe. It seems like every time we get monthly weekly rewards, it ties into the current program. So I was thinking about that today. I'm like, Weekend League rewards for monthly. We only got 2 more. We only got 2 more weeks of Weekend League for the monthly rewards. So if we get a program this week, it'll be stale. We just got done with the football program, so I don't know what they're gonna do, but it's just something to think of. I was like, maybe it'll tie in some way. We do know I did get C confirmed. We have an exchange set. Now, was it 385s for an 8788 or 385 86s?
385 86s for an
87 88.
Yeah.
So off the top of my head, first person comes to mind, you got McCaffrey, who could probably go for a good coin. He just got an upgrade too, like a mini upgrade.
Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek Hill is going to be a good one if you've been wanting to buy Tyreek Hill. If you want to get your power up pass back, keep an eye out for that.
We should be getting a new power up pass.
I was just going to say that goes into that. We're going to get our new power up pass. It's literally the next thing on the list. So keep that in mind. We'll probably get, I would imagine we'll get another 87, 88, maybe.
Oh no.
Why don't we get a new power up pass?
8990, yeah.
Why do we just get a new power up pass?
It's part of the leveling up in the new series.
Okay.
We'll probably get another 87, 88. We could get another one of those. But I think we'll definitely get an 8990 at level 59 or 60. I mean, there's no reason to believe we wouldn't get it. That's pretty standard level grinding. You get the next iteration of your power up pass at the last level.
Yeah, this is our 6th episode. If you would have told me on episode 1 that we were just now getting content that we all want to play, I would have laughed at you.
I mean,
so I get a grain of salt. Like,
is what it is now.
If any of you have been doing, what I'm suggesting every week, which is invest in these power ups, power them up to 88. You have your pick of the litter when you get to level 60 tomorrow or Saturday or Sunday. You can take any of those 88s that we've built, the Jamal Adams, the Denzel Ward, the LT, the Aaron Rodgers, the Bo Jacksons. I mean, all of these guys have been brought up over this whole season by me. You have your pick of the litter tomorrow. If you've powered them all the way up, slap that power up pass on them, and baby, you've got the full legend at that point. So, that's what we've been preparing for, is getting this power up pass, and then you'll have whoever you want, Denzel Ward, Jamal Adams, LT. You've got it.
It's crazy.
My next note too, and I had here Series 2 early. I feel like this is about the time that Series 2 usually comes out anyway. But I feel like every year that I've played Mutt, I'm always behind on Series 1. I never get 200 wins on Series 1. So maybe it's right around the same time. I don't know. Going over the team builders. Now, we saw preview tonight on Twitter. Is this like great? Is this bad? Like,
so they're going to be fringe starters for most teams. Well, I'd say for some teams. On most pretty good teams, they're going to be backup for chem purposes. So, if you're lucky enough to get a good linebacker or offensive line, safety, the offensive line is good to kind of fill with these players. But the safeties are good because if you run like a 3-3-5 scheme, a big nickel, a dime, 1-4-6, you can take a backup safety and play him at linebacker. So, for instance, I run a 49ers theme team. The safety that we're getting tomorrow, 6'1", 89 speed, he's going to be just a monster for me. Hopefully, people that run theme teams will get pretty good cards that they can use kind of like that. Most people won't be able to start him though.
Yeah.
For people that didn't see it, what was the announcement for team builders then?
So you're going to get an 86 overall from every team. So you're going to have 32 new 86 overalls tomorrow. And normally it's not going to be high big name players. It's going to be people that probably have gold cards right now, but maybe they're doing okay so far this year, so they put them in this program. It's going to be lesser named guys though.
Well, I saw CeeDee Lamb because Cowboys Bears obviously. I saw CeeDee Lamb's getting a card, so that means his rookie premier is going to be upgraded to that point. Are there any other rookies that from rookie premier program that are getting a card tomorrow?
Yes. So your right tackle. Now I'm not good with names.
That's fine. Just positions fine.
A right tackle. He's going to get an upgrade to 86 tomorrow, and the free safety is going to get an upgrade to 86 tomorrow. So those are the 3 players.
I'm glad. I thought, it is. If you finally, I would really love for at the end of this year when we're chasing rookie premieres, people to be like, I have to do my rookie premieres. You know, because it seems like everyone's kind of like, CeeDee Lamb actually might be one of my better receivers tomorrow with the Kims and everything else going on. So I'm glad they did that. That's cool.
Considering you can put physical Kims on him, you can put sprinter on him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's going to get team Kims if you run a Cowboys team. I mean, he's going to be in the low 90s speed. And that's not common right now. You only have a handful of players that can get that. So
Yeah.
for a free card, that's fantastic.
So for US, I mean, I know we're gonna wrap up and go over all the normal stuff. Tomorrow, if things are going on that, if we do get a journey or we do get a gauntlet or something like that, just take your time and read through it. Don't feel overwhelmed. Take your time and read through it and see what's going on with it. Because there's going to be something like, if it is gauntlet, I mean, it's a gauntlet. It's rough. So just take your time, read through it, see what the rewards are. Some of the rewards are fantastic. If we get a gauntlet, the rewards for journey are fantastic. I do hope we get one of those tomorrow. If we don't, maybe in the near future. I can't imagine them giving up on either one of those because it's done so well, and it would be the time to do it would be tomorrow.
It's within their control.
Yeah.
You know, we're talking about something that's the same as, okay, we're going to get rid of the Halloween promo this year. Like,
yeah,
you'd see they wouldn't do that.
You would legitimately see some serious pissed off people if that happened.
The one big investment tip that I'm going to give everybody tonight, really keep an eye out when we do get a journey, when we do get a gauntlet. The players that you get for free from those solos, they're going to be NAT. Invest in their power-ups. If you can get them quickly enough, if we're talking, you know, I don't know, if Tom Brady is, for instance, a gauntlet reward, his power-up right now, if you went to look at it, you're talking 1,500, 2K, but everybody's going to get that free card. And what are they going to want to do with it? They're going to want to power it up because it's free. Why not? That's everybody's train of thought with all of these free cards that we get. So if you're quick enough, you know, check your binder, see if you've got this card within the first 15 minutes that it's announced. Those power-up prices are going to skyrocket. So if you can buy them early or sell them if you already have them in your binder, you're going to make out pretty well.
Sell on hype.
Always sell on hype.
And he's right. He's right. There are very, very a small amount of people in the world that would not be excited about Tom Brady, Buccaneers legend, and that's me. I would quick sell Thomas Brady as fast as I got him as Nat. Sorry, Platt. Love you, bud.
It's okay. It's still fresh. It's okay. My scars
so
are still healing.
We should get some new legend solos next week. Any idea on what that's going to be?
Well, we'll get the legend solos on on Saturday. Yeah. So they'll normally tease those on Friday night. So we'll know kind of.
Yeah, I mean, you can actually get a really good idea of legends and how long they're going to be getting legends. The fact that they scaled back to 2 a week, we got a long way to go. Unless they implement something where you get a bunch of legends at one time, you can literally look at your legend token and see how many weeks are left. There's a lot. Probably through December. And so, I mean, I can go and count. I think it's close to about that time. I would imagine sometime in December, January, we'll start. After Legends is done, they've had all these people come out, then they'll flip to the Ultimate Legends. Then you start getting into you can have 97 cards. They'll have probably 96, 97 that you can get to 97, 98 on your team. You'll have the very occasional 99 on your team. And then typically once Super Bowl hits in February, early February, is when we get our first true 99 card. It'll be Super Bowl MVP. Hopefully not a bad card. Last year was actually pretty good. It was Mahomes. And that's when you start getting 99s. And before you know it, it's March, it's middle of March, and you're super, super close. Pretty much everyone's got a 99 team. They're just looking for a kicker and a punter. And then this is the beginning of, typically for me with Mutt, I've played like shit. I've struggled and I've lost games and I've thrown my wrist and hand at the table, pissed off. And now I'm at a point, usually at the end Mutt, I'm like, okay, I've got it figured out. I know what I want to run on offense. I know what I want to run on defense. I know positions that I like. I know positions I don't like. Now I'm just trying to fill in pieces of my puzzle to make my team. as I go along. And that's kind of the thing I'm going for at this time of year. But again, once October hits, it's nonstop, just boom, 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 boom. So it's fun. This is the best. The best time of MUT is usually right around mid to late October, is when we start getting program after program.
MUTXP.
I mean, just
boys.
the thought of being able to, the thought of having the Thanksgiving program, the harvest program, just excites me. I think Most Feared is probably my favorite, but for some reason that right around that time of Thanksgiving, fall, family, turkey, we get all these whacked out fucking solos where you have these guys that are 1 foot tall against guys that are 12 feet tall. Like, all that shit's coming soon. And
It's the comic booky one they did last year.
Is that MUT Heroes? Yeah.
Is that what they're calling that now? Like the little...
No, Harvest is separate. I would not be.
No. I'm saying like MUT Hero had a bunch, like a whole bunch of kind of story-driven solos last year, and this year.
Well, it just hasn't dropped yet. I mean, that program will drop. I mean, unless they just decide to scrap it. But I think that they've done a fantastic job with that. You have really cool card art, and like you said, the solos are very story driven. It's hero, villain, stop this guy, defeat this guy.
That's usually about a week or two program too. I wouldn't be shocked if that's the program we get in a week or two prior to getting Most Feared. It wouldn't shock me at all to get Most Feared.
So those 88 heroes that we have right now, that's not a replacement of that hero.
No.
Okay.
No.
Because I was gonna say that's kind of shitty. All right. Well, we haven't done any team updates yet this week, so you guys ready for that?
Yes.
Yep.
Right.
So I am 87 across the board. Yesterday at this time, I was at about 1.2 million. I ended the night last night at 2.1 million after doing the Ultimate Kickoff token reroll set. So that was fantastic. Hopefully everybody was able to take advantage of that, because that set is now closed. I added a couple pretty good pieces this week. I have Justin Smith committed totally to a 49ers theme team, 25 out of 50. Justin Smith, Dre Bly, working on Sam Mills, getting him up. He's up to a 91, 92. So team's feeling pretty good. I'm ready for a big influx of high overalls though, because that's going to drive the market down, and then I'll be able to upgrade some positions I've been waiting to upgrade.
All right. Well, you did well then, because your goal was to not quit, and it was really to play every day and be 87 overall. So you nailed that.
Well,
Swain?
last night was, in my opinion, the most fun I've had on MUT this year. It had nothing to do with playing the game. It was working the system. It was finding, a loophole to make coins, sitting around with my friends, talking about it, staying up till 1 a.m. just re-rolling and making millions. It was awesome.
I enjoyed that too. Swain, your goal was 17 weekend league wins. How'd you do, buddy?
So I got 15. I had 4 games where I experienced people either DC glitching me or attempting to. 2 of those they were successful in. The 2 they were successful in, I was ahead in the game, and I know we talked about this a lot last week, and I'm not going to sit here and point fingers and bitch and moan, because there's no point in crying over spilt milk. The damage has already been done. It's last week. We're on a new week. Playing a weekend league game is stressful enough. If you set goals or you have an idea of where you rate as a Madden player, and I felt like the previous week I did really well, even though I had a couple of games that I could have won. This last week, I dominated most games I played in. I had a couple matchups where I just lost. I made stupid mistakes, and I left there knowing, okay, well, I learned from that game. But playing a weekend league game, as stressful as it is, when you're going for rewards, you're going for essentially, I'm going to get enough rewards to where I don't feel like I need to buy a bundle this week. This DC glitch that kicks you out at 1 second left in the game. I have 2 clips of people doing it to me. Even I don't even have a fucking logical way to explain what it did to me mentally. Being that upset, like literally, I had one game where the guy was really good. I mean, he was really good at the game. We played this really great game, and at the very end, he kept running one play over and over, and I kept thinking, I'm not going to do it now. I'm going to wait till he's not waiting. He's not going to expect it. And I did the perfect fucking user play to stop this guy. At the right moment of the game, I waited all fucking game to do this play against this guy. And it worked to absolute perfection. I could not have been more happy and proud of myself. Got on the other side of the field. I ran one play to get into field goal range. And then with 1 second left, I hit pause. And then I hit timeout. Then I hit pause. And you just see it flashing. And I got the loss for it. And that shit's frustrating. And then people can bitch and moan about what they feel that EA as a company should be doing. And oh, we normally get this and we normally get that. We normally, either you like the game or you don't. I understand, because as a consumer and somebody who spends a lot of time, not only, you know, time away from my family, but I spend money, I spend time away from my friends. Like, I understand all the frustrations of that. I understand not getting a program for 6 weeks. I'm just like everybody else. No one's in here going, I don't mind if we don't get programs. If they do, I don't know why they wouldn't feel that way, only because the fact that if you've had the same fucking team for 6 weeks, how are you having fun? But I do know that they're making changes. They're attempting to make changes. The biggest thing I think that they can do is communicate. Communication is the most important thing I feel is lacking in any relationship. If it's your wife, if it's your husband, if it's your boss, if it's your best friend, if it's your next door neighbor, if it's your goddamn dog, communication is where it's at. And I feel like there are a lot of things they could communicate with us. And I'm not going to point fingers at this is this person's job. I don't know what the fuck. That's not my job. I'm the consumer. I play the game for fun. But today's a good example. We get this new series tomorrow. No one fucking has an idea. It's why can't we know a week ago there's a new series? All you have to do is mutter the words, new series next week, more details to come. And leave it at that. But we find out with 24-hour notice. I had the feeling that I wouldn't have been able to. I wanted to call in sick today going, God, I got to get my trophies. I got to wrap shit up for Series 2. That's how I felt. I felt like it was unfair to know that late. All this being said, to wrap around, playing Weekend League about my weekly goals was absolute hell. And to play a fucking game that takes 40 minutes in a battlefield of Weekend League for what it is, I have played so many video games over the years. I can think of very few games that make me more upset than playing Weekend League on Madden Ultimate Team. I don't care if it's 06. Sorry. I don't care if it's 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. It's going to be a bitch next year. It's going to be a bitch the year after that. Weekend League is hell. Anybody that tells you different, they're either insanely good at the game or they're not good enough to even care if they win or lose. That shit is frustrating. It tears at you. My wife has legitimately asked me if I'm playing Weekend League on Saturday morning, and she has chosen to go shopping for the day to get the fuck away from me because I'm miserable. I don't stream Weekend League because I don't like the way I act when I play Weekend League. My best friend I've known my entire life, Garrity, will not hang out in my chat when I play Weekend League because he doesn't like how I act. That being said, my goals, I had 17 for all intents and purposes. I'm proud of how I played. I did have the 2 DCs. I had very insane luck thanks to Ichabod. I pulled LTs 88. Pulled Sunday morning, great story. Sunday morning I get up. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I decide, you know what? I had a fun night with Ichabod and the BCOT. I'm going to pull some coin packs. I pulled LTD, not Marvin Harrison, his teammate. Reggie Wayne. I pulled his LTD in the second round, a gold round. Unreal. Unheard of. And then I bought another coin pack right after that, and I pulled them again in the second round, gold round. So I pulled 2 LTD Reggie Waynes, sold them both for over 600K. I was happy about that. The other day, I bought one Team of the Week pack. The first one I bought, I pulled Mark Andrews LTD. I have LTD fever right now. Packs have been super, super fun. I'm at 7 million coins Defense is at a 90 overall thanks to Hicks, left in for the Bears. Hicks.
Bears legend.
Bears legend. Team's looking solid, but I finally listened to Platt. I got a Tyreek Hill wide receiver. Yeah, he's fast. He makes plays. I do notice it. That being said, the offensive line, I'm getting really pissed off at my right tackle. It's the guy from the Bears, Collins. Lael? Is it Lael Collins? Like, he needs to go. Bad. I need an upgrade on my offensive line. Outside of that, offense is fine. I have Barry and Zeke's playing great. I don't like Lamar. Like, I think everybody's having struggles with Lamar. But being the best quarterback in the game, everyone's going to struggle at that position. Defense is solid. I don't know what they did to defense, but some people said man coverage is messed up. I feel like my defense showed up at some point last week and went, we're fucking ready. Let's go. We're going to win a lot of games. My defense is playing really well right now. And I didn't add anybody. So whatever Madden's doing, I mean, kudos. I'm having fun. Tomorrow is the day we needed. Please be a fucking fun day. Please be a week from today, Wes and Platt. I hope we're in here going, this is the week we needed. This is the week we wanted. And this is the week that we got. We need some content. We need some programs. We need some shit to do. We need some beefy cards. We need more decisions to make instead of just Lamar Jackson at quarterback or Denzel Ward at cornerback, et cetera, et cetera. Like, let's get some mix going. Let's get some decisions. Like, do I want this guy? Do I want that guy? Like, let's have some fun. Let's enjoy Madden, guys. Let's legitimately, let's enjoy this game. Like, they've fixed a few things we had issues with. Now we can hopefully continue moving forward and seeing those things fixed and have fun and enjoy it.
Well, let's move forward to my goals. Or
hear it.
Last week's goals. I wanted to be an 86 overall. I did actually hit that. 85 on defense, 87 on take that back. 85 on offense, 87 on defense. So 86 overall. And I wanted $2 million in the bank, and I fall short on the coinage every.
Did you get to 1 million? You got close last night, didn't you?
Well, the thing is I use it as I get it.
Oh,
so
bless. What are we doing?
Always be upgrading. So I think I got like 250K right now and plan on pumping that up a little bit. Save it. I know. This week, my goal, and we'll get your goals in a second. My goal is to have $2 million in the bank. No other goals. I have to do that. I want to go for like 3. So I'm going to say 3. I have to do that. Writing it down right now. Platt, weekly goals.
So by this time next week, I want to be.
I saw that face, by the way. I saw that face. You have no faith in me.
My goal is to
I just want to know your plan to get 3 million coins in a week. I need to know.
Just sell my team.
Okay. Well, your overall's going to go down if that happens.
That's why
my goal this week, I'm going to hit level 60. I want to hit that. I want to hit that by Sunday, but definitely by this time next week. I'm an 87 overall now. I don't know if I can hit 88 by next week. I think that's a big task. Depends on the cards that come out. But my main goal, I want to hit level 60. I want to by this time next week use my top 2 power up passes. So I'm currently not using my 87, 88 on anyone. We get an 89, 90 tomorrow. I hope, I pray. So by this time next week, I want to have both of those used and be at a level 60. And let's say I'm at 2.1. Let's say conservatively 2.5 million in the bank. Because I'm going to be spending some. We're going to be getting some level packs, but I'm going to be spending some coins too. So 2.5 is what I'm shooting for.
All right. Swain?
I cannot confirm this to be 100%, but there's a good chance that this is happening. If you guys have not played Mutt Draft and gotten your qualifications done, they don't call them qualification games. They call them, doesn't matter, placement. Get on it. Usually it doesn't happen I've had it happen on the series, but it's usually really, really close to it, or it's right after it. That just dawned on me. It literally just hit me like a ton of bricks. Like, holy shit, we could be doing that tomorrow. The rewards, I promise you, are definitely worth it. Even if you can just get into gold. I'm a 5-star gold. I will tell you, like, I had a rough weekend last weekend playing this game, and it's all personal punishment to myself. I was really, really close to elite. I think I played a total of 17 games, and it was like I win, I lose, I win, I lose, I win, I lose, I win. Unfortunately for a few of my good friends, they were in chat when that was going on. It wasn't the most pleasant person to be around. That being said, just get gold, get them done. I think it's 5 or 6 games. Just do it. Trust me, it doesn't take as long as you think it would take. If we do have a reset tomorrow, you're gonna thank me. I promise you're gonna thank me if it resets tomorrow. I would guess it's gonna reset in about a week or two, but just I'm throwing that out there. If you guys haven't done it, I know we haven't talked about that in a while, but get it done.
So your goals for your team this week are?
Oh, goals for this week. I'm gonna go back to. I'm gonna say 6 million because I feel like I'm gonna spend some this week. 6 million coins. I'm gonna say. I'm gonna go with 90 overall. Weekend league.
You don't have to do it.
Oh, it's already done. I'm gonna go 17 again.
I think
17
you
and
can
8.
get there.
17 and 8 isn't that hard to achieve for me. Like it's frustrating as hell to have a week like I did last week. I should be in here right now celebrating. I got 17 wins. I did it. But I have a goal to get in top 100 this year, and it's not going to be easy. It's if I could stop acting like a child, throwing a fit when things don't go my way in weekend league, it'd be really entertaining to stream. Because like if you guys could literally see me in action when I'm down 14-0 and I don't quit and I come back and win, like I can't even tell you how many games that happened with. But I lose my mind. I lose my mind when I play weekend league. It's a demon. Absolutely.
I'd watch. All right. Well, do we got anything else we want to cover before we get to the platinum players this week?
Nope.
Just one quick reminder: keep writing your power up passes down. We're getting to that time where we're actually going to start using them. Write it down.
I will
boys.
say one thing before I get to the platinum players this week. We give, rightfully so, I think we give EA a lot of shit. I think they've fallen short this year on a lot of levels. I do want to give them a little bit of a thumbs up this week. They put a title update out that completely broke the game. The dropped passes we haven't even talked about. It was game breaking. You couldn't play the game without dropping wide open passes. What I want to give them a thumbs up on is they fixed it. They recognized the issue, they communicated that issue to us, and they got to fix out. Now, it was within 2 days. Could it have been the next day? I don't know if that's even possible, but we give them a lot of shit. With this one, they broke the game, but at least they fixed it. So I just want to say it's not all, I don't always shit on EA. In this case, I'm happy that they recognized that they had a problem and they fixed it pretty quickly.
Especially in terms like EA is notorious, not just in Madden, for implementing patches that fix or change something, and it always breaks something else. So at least this is a story where, yeah, they did they broke something when they were fixing something, but they got that rectified. So that's always a good thing.
So if we want to jump into my platinum players this week.
Hell yes.
So I'm going with one heavyweight, one veteran, and one of my patented legend upgrades. So the heavyweight that I want to look at is Richie Incognito. He is going to be a fantastic piece to your offensive line for a long time. Great run block, good pass block, stats. As training goes down, you're going to want to keep an eye, on your training, on the amount of training that that you can buy training for. Um, because his price will go down, and as you can get training cheaper and cheaper, that heavyweight pack will always be in the store. So you'll be able to get that for, pretty cheap over the next couple of days as training drops. The veteran that I want to talk about is Jonathan Joseph. This guy, for a price point of about 160 to 170, is actually fantastic. 88 speed is pretty good. Man coverage 88, zone coverage 87. Both of those could be kimmed up to 90. I think that, for an 89 overall, I think this is a fantastic card, especially if you run, one of the teams that he was on. I'm pretty sure he's on the Patriots, and he currently plays for the Titans. So my last player for this week, Lawrence Taylor. Grab his power up. All you have to do is do the solo. Takes 2,400 training. That's going to work out to between 90 and 100K. You're going to have an 88 right outside linebacker, and that's going to put you right before you need his next card. If you're somebody who doesn't have the full legend Lawrence Taylor, like we talked about previously this weekend for our level grind, we are going to get an 89 to 90 power up pass. You can slide that right into this card, and you'll have the full legend upgraded Lawrence Taylor. He should be on your team until the next Lawrence Taylor comes out. There's really nobody that matches his speed, his block shed, his power move, his finesse move. He's very balanced at the high end. So those are my 3 cards this week: Richie Incognito, Jonathan Joseph, and the great Lawrence Taylor.
Awesome. And since you are talking about a power up player, and Swain mentioned to write down your power up passes, but for those of you that don't write down your power up passes, it was just mentioned in the chat. A good way to keep track of it, if you're just too damn stubborn to write them down, is you can change the card art, the front card art, to the power up symbol, and at least that way it'll signify that it's a power up card. So
guys, just write it down. Don't overcomplicate this thing. Either write it down or don't. But if you don't, you're going to regret it, because
Right.
we're getting to the point now where these cards are getting upgrades. So you may have had an 82, 84 on a player, right? So his next card is going to be coming out that you're going to also want to put into that power up path. So it's going to be getting very complicated. Okay, well, which power up pass do I have it on? Do I have it on the 82, 84? Do I have it on as 91, 92? You're not going to know. If you change the card art, it still doesn't tell you which one technically it's on. Just keep a note in your phone. Just write it down. It's not that difficult.
Thing is too with the power up pass, I'm like the last person to use power up passes. I use power up passes as like a savings account. There's a lot of, if we do get an 89.99, if we do get an 89.90 pass, people are probably going to use it as soon as they get it. I'm not. I'm going to wait for something that's really good, probably an LTD that I don't want to spend $1.5 million for, or a really, really, really good legend. So keep that in mind. It's the same thing with Tyreek Hill. If we get a second 87, 88 pass, there's a chance that Tyreek Hill is going to go down. Tyreek Hill's probably going to go down with the exchange set anyway. Mm-hmm. So if Tyreek even gets close to, like, say, 100K, I'm getting my pass back. I would pay, and this is my crazy mindset, I would pay 100K in the store right now for an 87, 88 pass. Anybody says they wouldn't, they're out of your mind. So I don't remember what he was when I used a power pass on him, but that's just how I do it personally. Whatever works for you, if it brings you joy, as Winnie would say. That being said, there's so many players that have not dropped in this game that you have to think of. I mean, Lawrence Taylor showed up early. You got Vic on the way. You have Moss. You have Moss. You have Sean Taylor. You have a countless amount. Deion Sanders. You have a countless amount of big names coming out. If you have your 89-90 pass on some player, God forbid if you don't know where that pass is, but even then you're probably going to be in a spot where you're like, God dang, I don't want to buy that card right now. If you have to go buy Tyreek Hill 3 weeks from now, he's not going to be happy about it. So just keep that in mind.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Guys, got anything else?
Good luck tomorrow, guys. I hope that tomorrow is nothing but excitement and joy, and maybe a little bit of it's about fucking time. You know,
Hell yeah.
I'm looking forward to having some shit to do. Yeah, I have faith that we're gonna have a really fun day tomorrow.
I hope so. I hope so. All right, guys. Well, you can check out this show, obviously live Thursday nights on Twitch. You can find it on YouTube. You guys, the link tree is in the chat. All you got to do is Google Mutt XP. You can find us on Twitter. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on YouTube. And you can find each of us at various places during the week. My name on all socials is WestmanY2K. You can find me there. Twitter is the easiest place. Swain, where can the people find you?
MySpace.
I'm
all
okay,
over
are we doing
MySpace.
this really? Are we doing this?
Pretty much everything. The Twitter and Twitch is probably the only two things I really do. It's Swain_games.
And Plat, where can we find you this
Everybody
week?
knows where to find me. Platinum Woods, everywhere across the board. But where you're really going to find me this weekend, I am taking a trip north of the border. I'm going to go spend a week with Deekster. We are going to watch the Raiders-Patriots game this weekend. Pats are going to take them down. And, Deekster, he just brings so much joy to my life. And I've been in such a funk lately. I really need to be around the Deekster. So, Deekster, get the bed ready. I want you to tuck me in at night. I'm coming upstate, baby.
Awesome. Well, that is where you can find us during the week, guys. Make sure if you're listening on iTunes or Spotify, rate the podcast, give us a rating, leave a comment, and we will holler at y'all later. Everybody have a good night. See ya. Peace.
Love you, Deekster.
Did you ever figure out how to get your alerts to shut up?
Nope. Me and a great friend of mine. Damn it, Shrades. Me and a great friend of mine's can teach EA about communication. I think those circles are where the Kims go.
Me and a great friend of mine is going to teach Shrades proper English soon. So,
Gotcha on that one. Oh, it is because this is Mike McCarthy. You guys can't see it. So does he gets every team chemistry then? Is this podcast about dinosaurs? Is that a joke because of our age? Because I'll ban your ass. Yes, Series 3.
I'm the youngest one here, so I don't even take offense to that.
No, Dr. Hammond is here. I'm going to go out on a limb here and I say he's talking about US. Bam! You just got ripped! Got him. So everybody gets a swing! There's no fucking camera active.
That's pretty neat.
www.
I don't know if you heard that on it was so good. Red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather. What's the other tongue twister, chat? Hurry. What's the other one?
I do not know.
Red leather, yellow leather. Sally sells
Sally
sells
seashell.
down by the seashore. Yeah.
Sally sells, she
Oh,
sells
it's-
down
it's-
by the she.
It's toy boat. Say toy boat 3 times, Wes.
Toy boat, toy boat, toy boat.
You are like 0.5% of people I've met in this world that can do that. Platt, you want to try that?
Oh shit! Breaking news.
Good or bad?
We're getting the 50 tomorrow.
No bullshit.
No bullshit.